This is Starfield, the newest and first IP in 25 years made by Bethesda. It comes complete with the Bethesda usual, bad AI and bugs. But wait, there's more. Starfield is the most interactive and most immersive game Bethesda has created to date. The shooting, looting, and role-playing potential are quite literally out of this world. Let's start with character creation. It is extremely robust and the best character creator Bethesda has made to date. In fact, after one whole hour, I was able to create a character that looked as close to me in real life as possible. Now let's get into the game. The events of Starfield take place in the year 2330. You begin the game as a simple miner, only equipped with a basic spacesuit and a mining tool called a cutter. Upon receiving an order from your boss, you venture into a cave with an odd stone that you are supposed to mine. Upon doing so, a metal artifact is revealed that gives you visions that even after beating the main story, I still do not fully understand. But they are quite the spectacle. As events unfold, you are inducted into a group called Constellation who makes it their business to track down more artifacts and discover the secrets of them, which, let me tell you, are very interesting and very mind-blowing. There are three major factions in the game. The United Colonies, where Constellation bases, the House of Varun, a group of spacefaring religious zealots, and the Freestar Collective, your good old-fashioned space cowboys. Now let's talk about travel and travel time. Here I'm trying to travel from my ship to a mine on the surface of a planet. Given that there are no ground or even atmospheric vehicles in Starfield, I have to run all the way there, and it takes me just a little bit over 4 minutes from my ship to the mine. There are also no maps of cities or any interior in the game. You just get the star map and you get the surface map of a planet. So here, I'm in a city and I'm just trying to find a vendor. I have to look for the signs all around town and run in that direction. There is no simple map to give me any coordinates or anything like that to get where I'm going. Finally, we have space travel, which mostly takes place on the star map itself. It looks like this. What you're looking at is a series of fast travel points. You don't really get to fly your ship from location to location. Now for the meat and potatoes of every Bethesda game. Let's start with Persuasion. It's a bit of a mini game with some context sensitivity and a ton of random chance. Which means even if your persuasion skill is high enough, you won't be winning every persuasion minigame. In fact, this here is one of the only ones I won in my 25-hour playthrough of the main story. Of course, there's crafting, and this time around, you have modification for weapons just like Fallout, but you also have an advanced research system in which you research many of these modifications for your weapons and much more. Next, we have lockpicking. This time we have a new mini game for lockpicking that involves digipicks, this game's form of lockpicks. We have a much more advanced mining system that actually requires tool use. We have companions that multiple of which can be crewed on your ship and go everywhere with you, which is pretty new for a Bethesda game. And we have base building, which admittedly I did not interact with at all. The game didn't really push me to do it in the main story, and there was very minimal pop-ups that showed up telling me I could even make an outpost. Now for the crowning feature of Starfield, spaceships and spaceship designing, which is very expensive and actually requires that you level up your character in certain ways to even be able to access fully. Straight up, I do not like spaceships or space travel in Starfield. The controls are too simplistic and far too unwieldy for a 6-axis vehicle like you'd have in Starfield. There are even parts in the main story of Starfield that require that you have a very souped up spaceship and very good space travel skills, Leveled up. That quest soft locked me in the main story of Starfield until I changed the difficulty to very easy so my very underpowered spaceship could get past it. That's everything I have for my first impressions. A full review will come when I've had maybe a few hundred hours with the game to see all of the content, but until then, thank you for watching and have a good one.